Well, hi. So thanks for that kind introduction, Natalie. I have to say, I'm just thrilled to be here. When I first met Natalie, she literally had me to tears. I'm very solid in my heritage. My mom is Faith Elizabeth Forbes. My poppy's from Aberdeen, Charles Forbes. And I grew up in the States. My mom married a American boy. And so I'm one of 7 children, and we've always been very athletically inclined, but we hold true to our heritage. We grew up with our tartan, and we've always gone to the Celtic festivals. And then when I came to Colorado 20 years ago, we continued all those traditions. About 2015, and there's a lot of story here, I was introduced to the games, and I was actually given an opportunity to compete, and I had no idea if I was going to be able to do well. I just thought I'd try. I'm grateful, I'm humbled by the fact that a little hard work and some really supportive friends have given me an opportunity to present myself on the field well. Right now, I hold 5 world records in my age group, and I absolutely and completely would love the opportunity to continue in the sport and break more. I start my preseason in March. I typically compete for about 6 months out of the year. This year is going to be 8 months. I'm incredibly compassionate and passionate and competitive about this sport and my heritage. So when I saw Natalie in the tent and she came to me and I realized it was Clan Forbes, I literally cried. I have been competing on a shoestring and doing what I need to do to get where I need to be to throw. And I was thrilled to have the flag and the tartan in the stands cheering for me. And Natalie was there when I broke the world record in September. So I can't tell you what it means to connect with the clan. I have a brother that's just as passionate that brought me into the sport. And my mom came to Moncton, New Brunswick last year where they competed, and that's where she grew up. And I got to win at that event as well. It's the first time my mom ever got to see me. Unfortunately, my dad passed away and didn't get to see me compete, but I know he's watching. There's so much more to say. I'm just so grateful that I met Natalie, and I'm just so grateful to have found the clan, and I'm literally shaking talking, so I'm going to stop there. Thank you so
Cindy,
much.
thank you for being. Natalie, do you want to tell her what we've talked about on the board and perhaps make an announcement? Is it premature?
I don't think it's premature. The board has decided that we are going to purchase or put money towards a kilt for her that's going to be specifically made for her. It will be it's going to have extra special things on it, so when she's throwing, the kilt doesn't fall off. It'll have Velcro, which not most kilts have. But we have a kilt maker here in Colorado that has measured her, and all we need to do is submit deposit for the kilt to be made. And we are going to have her. She was not in a Clan Forbes kilt when I met her, but this woman has been screaming Clan Forbes. And so I scream it when I'm in the stands to the point where I can't talk the next day. This woman is a dynamo, and she is truly supportive of everybody in the sport. And she's showing everybody else how to do it. So, and she's just so gracious. So we are honored to be able to sponsor her kilt purchase, so that she will be in the Forbes kilt going forward, and everything I can be at with my Clan Forbes, tartan. I've got 2 tartans on the pole, so I can come out and scream for her. So, and I know she's been to Scotland. You've been to Scotland, right, Cindy? She's competed in Scotland, and I want to say you broke a record in Scotland.
Well, I will correct that. I was to Scotland before I competed. But I've competed internationally and won records and placements in Iceland, Germany, Switzerland last year, Canada, and this year it's going to be in the States and Florida. And then I was invited to go to Australia next year. So I do have to say one thing. I feel like it was a gift when I walked on the field that year and I met a group of women that were supportive and I will do everything to be an ambassador for the sport to the day I take my last breath, because I think it changes lives. And I have a voice. If I'm going to have a speaker, I'm going to shout for the games. And I truly am Clan Forbes 100%. I've been wearing Clan Kilt Mackenzie, and with all due respect, I just tell folks all the time, I don't have my tartan on, but it's pretty close to this. I'm going to get one soon, and I'm thrilled. I'm just thrilled to hear that I'm going to be able to wear the Forbes tartan. So I don't know what to say, but thank you, and I'm so humbled and grateful.
To
Where
put this
can
in
we follow
context,
you?
the board decided to give $500, and this is the first grant that we are giving in support of our members, and we want to continue this. And it will be a member advised grant pool. We don't know how many requests we'll get in. We want to support athletics, the dancing, the music, but we want to make sure that we support our people who are there at the games and in these competitions. If they want to go to school, we're working out the details of that. But Cindy is going to be the first recipient of the Clan Forbes Society grant. And I feel, and it was
can't thank you
Natalie
enough.
that brought it up, and we all feel great about it. And I'm so glad you're here, Cindy. So glad that you're be able to hear that directly from us.
Well, I want you to know, I'm a little shaky now because I'm just so grateful. But when I'm on that field, that's my field. And I let everybody know I'm Clan Forbes, and I will continue to do anything and everything I can do to support the society. At all these festivals I go to, the representation for Forbes is minimal, with the exception of Estes Park. And I have walked in a parade where clans typically have dozens of people with just my brother and I, because we refuse not to fight. So we say we may be small, but we are fierce. I know it's Grace Me Guide, and I'm trying to be graceful. I'm passionate. So thank you so much.